Now we're going to show we're going to play just a couple of clips from a video. We'll keep it pretty short, but I want to play a couple of clips, and then I'm going to ask you, please go watch these with your family. Even if you don't really like this kind of music in your home, you'll watch it anyway. I'm telling you to do a bad thing, so you don't have to do it. But I'm just telling you, your kids and even yourself, you need to be aware of these things. We live in a world where you need to at least know what's going on out there and make intelligent decisions about what you believe.
Just to preface the background on this, so a lot of times when we talk to people, and we have people that are like, okay, we can get off the backbeat and the rock beat that President Benson and Harold B. Lee were talking about in the 70s and the 80s, and then they're like, but then before that it was all good, right? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about, this is the man who was really the father of rock and roll. He was the father of the blues and a big influencer in jazz. And we're going to play that.
So this night they're actually...
Robert Johnson.
These guys are extremely anti-Mormon, so don't hold that
They're
against
evangelicals.
them. They're evangelicals, and so anyway, just to clarify that. So if you go out there, but interesting, the guy who started this Good Fight Ministries, he started out in a rock band, and the music and the influences were driving him down, 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 down. And he actually said that he had, well, I'll tell you later after you've heard about this.
Robert Johnson is considered the king of the Delta blues. He's also considered the father of rock and roll. It is very significant that Johnson would be considered the father of rock and roll, as it is alleged that he had sold his soul to Satan in Clarksdale, Mississippi, in exchange for guitar playing abilities and worldwide fame. It was after Johnson made his alleged pact with Satan that he became the king of the Delta blues. Blues master B.B. King said, quote, as a musician, Robert Johnson had it all.
I think he's the greatest folk blues guitar player that ever lived, and the greatest singer, the greatest writer.
You know, you think you were getting a handle on playing the blues, and then to hear Johnson, you say, whoa, there's a long way to go yet.
It's still the most powerful cry that I think you can find in music of the human voice.
Blues master and Johnson's mentor, Son House, said of him before Johnson's transformation, he'd sit at our feet and played during the break, and such another racket you've never heard. Son House said he made the audiences mad with his racket. Son House went on to say of Johnson before he made his alleged pact with Satan that he was a talentless and even an irritating guitar player.
But he followed me and Willie around on Saturday night, Willie Brown. And every time we stopped for rest and sit there, a little guitar over in the corner or something, and go out to catch air, get the guitar and be trying to play it and be just noising the people, And the folks would come out and say, why don't some of y'all go in there and make that boy get that thing down, he running us crazy. Finally, he run off from his father and mother. And he went over in Arkansas someplace. He was gone about 6 to 8 months.
It was during this period of 6 to 8 months that it is said that he made his pact with Satan on the crossroads of Highway 49 and 61 in Clarksdale, Mississippi. It was at these crossroads where the legendary experiences of Johnson trading in his eternal soul for temporary fame was said to have taken place in Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Well, they say he sold himself to the devil, and that's what they say.
I heard a lot of people say that he sold himself to the devil, went to the crossroads and all that.
After Johnson's alleged pact with Satan, everything changed as Johnson went from being the worst blues guitarist in a matter of months to the best. Some musicians who knew Johnson claimed that Johnson himself admitted that he sold his soul to Satan.
He said he done that, went to the crossroads.
Son House said that when Johnson returned after 6 to 8 months, everything changed as Johnson was transformed almost before their very eyes.
Then he come back. When he come back, me and Willie Brown was playing out there, and he walked in. He said, can I hit a lick at you? I said, nah, don't come back with that, Robert. I said, you know that people don't want to hear that racket. He said, let them say what they want to say. I want you to see what I learned.
Son House said when he finished, all of our mouths were standing open. They couldn't believe what they were hearing. Son House declared emphatically, quote, he sold his soul to the devil to play like that. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame has stated that Robert Johnson's songs are, quote, the bedrock upon which modern blues and rock and roll were built. He's not only declared to be the father of rock and roll, but the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame says that Robert Johnson stands at the crossroads of American music, much as a popular folk legend has it. He once stood at Mississippi Crossroads and sold his soul to the devil in exchange for guitar-playing powers.
So this goes on and actually gets super interesting.
Because it actually goes into some of the songs that he wrote, and they actually quote the lyrics where he tells the whole story. It's kind of creepy.
Yeah, he tells this whole story of his pact with the devil and what he did and what it got him and the whole thing. This is the bedrock of rock and roll. It was revealed according to those who started it.
And a lot more.
And a lot more. So if you go to, and you can go out there and watch these, and he's compiled all the famous music, what do you call them?
Yeah, all the
I hate to call
artists.
them all the music artists, rock music artists to be official or something but the title. But so, and all about all of them go back and say, hey, there's this spiritual drive revealing this to me and leading me to do this and intensify me.
And that's the Beatles, Elvis, modern ones, all of them. They've got this common thread, which is kind of the guy that put it together was, I don't know if you were going to finish that story you started before.
Oh, right. So the guy that actually started this Good Fight Ministries, so he was heading down a bad path himself, and he was in this rock band, and he basically made a pact himself with the devil through this rock experience he was having. And so the devil was telling him, go do this, and then you'll get more power, and then go do this, and get more power, and he was following right along and doing what he was told to do. Finally, one day, this spirit guide of his told him, well, okay, it's time to kill your family. And so he was actually contemplating, the guy that created these videos, he was contemplating how he was going to kill his family. And then he decided one day, wait a second. He started to snap out of it and think, what am I doing? What have I become? And now he's
And he became a Christian.
became a Christian.
And he was
then
like, holy cow, I got to
change
help
and
people.
people that have walked down this same path as me, now I'm going to help you guys out of it. So even if you're skeptical with what we're saying, and I'm sure some people out there are skeptical, right? So if you're skeptical, at least go listen to what he says, walk through what he's saying, and ask the questions and think through it, Okay. So probably time to do something a little
Bring a good
different.
spirit in.